Okay, this is a video from the second page. Not only are we combining like terms, but we're also going to be solving equations. So for the first one, number 11, you're going to just combine. They're on the same side, so we can just bring down the 30, bring down the equals, bring down the 100. And this is just going to simplify to 7x. And then from there, it's just a two-step equation. So we're going to zero out the 30, and then we're going to divide off the 7. So 0 out the 30. Now we know 7k is equal to 70, and then we divide by 7, so k is equal to 10. You can check it. I'm just going to show you how to check it on a calculator. You can do it by hand too if you want. Basically, you plug in the 10 for k, so 30 plus 2 times 10 plus 5 times 10, and boom, it says 100 right there. Okay. So then number 12 is a two-step, but just don't forget that to bring down the negative 3 with the m. So we're going to zero out the 14. That'd be negative 15, and then equals 3m. Then you're going to divide both sides by negative 3. You should get 5 for the final. And again, you can check it even by hand. 14 minus 3 times 5 equals negative 1. That'd be 14 minus 15, which does equal negative 1. Okay, then solving, this is variables on both sides. So we distribute first, we don't have to. Then we look for combining like terms. We don't have any of that either. So now we're going to move our variables. I would always move the smaller variable, in this case the n. So remember, it's just a 1n. So you're going to subtract 1n from both sides with the other n. 6n minus 1n is 5n. We bring everything else down. And now it's just a two-step equation. So we got to get, looking at the side with the n, we have to get rid of the 12 and the 5. So we're going to add 12 to both sides. That's 15. And then divide by 5. And you get n is equal to 3. Okay, so this one, our variables are still all on the same side, but we have to distribute first. Always distribute first if you need to, if there's any parentheses. And we're multiplying, so negative 14 times x, negative 14x, and then negative 14 times 3 would be, let me make sure I'm doing these right. Yeah, negative 14 times x would be negative 14x, negative 14 times negative 3 would be positive 42. And then we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. And that is going to be negative 36. X plus 42 equals negative 18. Subtract 42 on both sides. So you get negative 60. Be careful there. Make sure you don't double negative it. It's just negative 18 minus 42. And then when we divide both sides by negative 36, you get x is equal to 1.6 repeating, or the fraction 5/3. Once you simplify it, I think you can divide both the top and bottom by 12. Which, if you're ever looking for the fraction, it's always right in front of it's the step of dividing. So it's right up on top. Okay, now one with a fraction coefficient. So this is only two-step, so we're only going to get rid of the 12 on both sides. That's negative 9. And then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. There it is, 4/3 on both sides. When you're multiplying those, you can multiply the numerators together. That's negative 36 over 1 times 3, which is 3. And that would simplify to just negative 12. And you can check that in the calculator too, just to show you, because I feel like it's worth looking at. The way that you check this is you just do 3/4, and then you can store the value of x as negative 12, or you could just plug it in. So it's negative 12 plus 12. There it is, 3, which is what it's supposed to equal on the other side. Okay, and let's see what else. This one, we have to add 2 to both sides. that'd be 12. And then we're going to multiply by -3. So then x would equal to -36. All right, number 17 is probably the trickiest one on here. We are going to multiply by 4 first, just like you would if you had that denominator. And then that goes to 8x. 4 times 2x is 8x. And then we have -3x minus 6. Then we're going to add 3x to both sides. And the reason I do that is because, like, right now, let me just like erase that for a second. Right now I have x's on both sides, but on the right side I already have my numbers over there. So I'm going to go ahead and move the x's to the left side of the line. So I zero that out. So x is equal to, and this is a very ugly decimal, so I'm just going to leave it just like this, the step above, -6/11. Okay, some word problems. A math teacher orders 12 rulers. Each package contains 2 rulers. Write an equation where x represents the number of packages. So we know it's going to equal 12. And there are 2 rulers in each package. So that would mean the other side would be 2 times x. So 2 times the number of packages would be 12. So therefore there's 6 packages total. All right, phone plan A costs $60 a month plus $10 per gig. So that's kind of the first part. And phone plan B costs $50 a month plus a $15 data use. Write a self-equation that would determine what number of gigs, so there's your variable, of data used when the phone plan would cost the same. So you have phone plan, we're looking for when phone plan A and phone plan B are equal to each other. So phone plan A would be $60 plus $10 per gig of data. And then the other side would be $50 plus $15 per gig. And then from there, you would, you could either move the 15 or the 10, it doesn't matter. So this would be 60 equals 50 plus 5G, and then minus 50 minus 50, so that's 10 equals 5G divided by 5. It would be 2. So after 2 gigs of data, the phone plans are the same. Okay, the last one on this page, match the representation to the algebraic representation. So we're looking at match the expression, 3 less than. So if you remember, less than means you got to switch it. The product of 2 and a number. So we have to do 2x, product means multiply, so 2x minus 3, which is that one. 2 times the sum. So this is, sum is one of those parentheses words. So we do 2 times the sum of a number, and sum is plus 3. So that's going to be up here. And 3 more than, again they switch on the thans, the quotient, which is divide by a number, x and 2. So x over 2 plus 3. And that is all. Hopefully this was helpful.